Welcome to the Onyx Path News. My name is Matthew Dawkins, and as ever, I am here to tell you about our latest releases and upcoming releases. Let's start with last week. We released the Realms of Pugmire wallpaper. So if, like me, you love the artwork from Realms of Pugmire and its associated books, you can get this wallpaper for your desktop, for your mobile, for your tablet, wherever you want wallpaper. You could even put it up on the walls. That would be a fancy trick, wouldn't it? Sometimes we go for these art releases on a week. We really want to highlight them because we're always very happy. We're always very proud of the art we're able to get for our games, and Pugmire's art is just absolutely superb at communicating what the game is about. If, as I say, you like this art as much as I do, spend a couple of dollars, get some beautiful artwork for your desktop, for your phone, and you'll think it's worth it, I promise. That's not all. You see, as far as other releases go, while we at Onyx Path haven't released this, Travis Legg, one of our frequent collaborators, one of our frequent freelancers, and indeed the man with the Scarred Lands plan, has been releasing a bevy of Scarred Lands products for Savage Worlds. So you can now buy the entire Gauntlet of Spyrgos, Dagger of Spyrgos, and Ring of Spyrgos, that is the Spyrgos saga, in Savage Worlds system. You can also buy a huge collection of monsters, and it's only growing because he has been working with a number of very talented authors at adapting old and new monsters for the Savage World system to use within the Scarred Lands setting, and they are such a low cost and such high quality. I really recommend you check them out. I'm going to post some helpful links in the video description below, but I would love it if you check them out, especially if you're a fan of Savage Worlds. Go ahead and do it. It's where Scarred Lands is most certainly flourishing. These products have been now for a couple of weeks in the top 10 Drive-Thru RPG for these Savage Worlds products, so you should really check them out. What's more, we currently have a crowdfunder ongoing. You're probably aware of it already, but I'm going to tell you about it again. Monster Kingdoms is currently crowdfunding. We hit 200% of our funding target last week, and we keep hitting stretch goals. So now is a very fine time to jump on board. Give Monster Kingdoms your backing. It's the third in the Earthbane cycle of RPGs. And I've had some people on Discord ask, how are the Earthbane games connected? Because we've got At the World Below, At the Gates, Monster Kingdoms. What's the connection? Now, there is a connection. And for the most part, it's for the designers to know. And for the players and story guides to infer. You see, we don't want to dictate a certain chronology or certain dimensional link or something like that. There is definitely a link in the background, but if we announce this is the truth, it may stymie some of your play. So we will write with an intention in mind, with links in mind, and you can definitely identify some of them more clearly than others. Hell, there's even Scarred Lands links in Monster Kingdoms and The World Below, and I believe a couple in At the Gates too. But the central link, I guess, that everyone has been picking up on is the theme of apocalypse. In that the world below is very much post-apocalyptic. The world above is a ruin. At the Gates is pre-apocalypse. Everyone is throwing around these monster summonings like they're nuclear weapons. They're great for eradicating your enemies, but they're also just spoiling the world. As for the apocalyptic element of Monster Kingdoms, well, it's the death of empire. You could argue it's the death of civilization. Certainly if you're an Itherian Imperial, you might consider it that. While the rise of light in the Kingdom of Shards is threatening apocalypse for the other monster kingdoms. Your era of evil will be coming to an end. So they're three very different precipice games. You're either on the precipice, approaching it, or have fallen off the edge of it. And it provides agency, action, dynamism to your games, hopefully. But there are more connections than that. That's a thematic link. Monster Kingdoms is currently on BackerKit, and we would love it if you gave it some support. Let's hit some more stretch goals, and if you've got any questions about Monster Kingdoms, please do post them in the comments below, and I will do my very best to get to them. Until then, be seeing you next time.